Hey, what's up, guys? We'll see 69 here back at you. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back out here in the garage. I'm ready to work on the old Franken Ford again. I know it's been a while, but time's come. I need to get this project done and out of the garage because there's a bunch of other stuff I want to do, but we'll get there later. There's been one thing holding me back, and that is the damn engine mounts. After I got it out and I had the bare block in here, I was about an inch over this way and then just slightly down in the corner over here. Not by much, just a couple degrees, but it was enough to, kind of piss me off. So I made this like little tool here. It kind of goes between the frame rails. And I actually got the center line right here between the two frame rails. So that's where I need to line up the center of the crank. And this is these two outer lines. That's the width of the crank. So I need to get it in the ballpark here. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was leaning on the truck and I was like, oh, my measurements are off or something like that. And I wallowed out that hole. So yeah, anyway, I need to redo that. I cut out some new little ears last night. I made these guys. Got these all cut out. Just used old Speedy here. Took forever. So yeah, the game plan here is we're gonna cut these ears off right here, grind that flat, make it smooth. We're gonna use this right here, and we're gonna waller out this hole this way on the front and the back. That way the engine can slide over, and then I can just jack the engine up on this side to get it level. That's the game plan. I hate cutting and grinding metal. Like, I like working with metal, but it makes a huge mess. And I think that's kind of what's kind of been turning me off on the project, because I don't like dealing with that shit. Anyway, if this project's going to go anywhere, I got to finish that. So that is what we're doing today. Got me a tube of plastic, cut-off wheel, grinder, some tape. I'll tape everything off. That way it's not getting on my wires and shit. Last thing I want is a bunch of damn, metal shavings up in my rat's nest, or a bunch of metal shavings, getting on my steering. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. We got all our plastic on. Looks pretty good. Didn't take too long. We are ready for surgery. Like I said before, game plan is to cut those off, grind that all nice and flat. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna waller these holes out this way on both sides. That way when I put the engine back in, I can kind of like scoot it over a little bit to where it's level. And then I can put my new ears on, and then we can kind of tack those in place. So we are ready for surgery. Let's get this thing done. Well, that was fun. It took me a couple hours, but I got it all done. It looks really good. Got our blank canvas right there. Really just had to kind of like notch that out a piece at a time. Kind of see the remnants down there. But look at all that dust. Golly, it should got everywhere. But anyway, we still got to do that side. I got to just kind of waller out the holes there. I'm going to use a little die grinder. We need to scoot the engine that way, ever so slightly. And then should be able to take the plastic back off and then drop the engine back in, and we kind of like get a better idea where we need to go. But yeah, that made it a huge mess. That shit is effing everywhere. I can taste it in my mouth. That's why I've been dreading this project for quite a while, because I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass, and sure enough it was. Anyway, we got to get it done. It's part of the process. Okay, I got that done. That went pretty quick. Wasn't too bad at all. I just wallered out one hole, and then on the back side, I kind of cut out like a little pie shape. You can kind of see right here. Yep, I know it kind of looks stupid now, but there's a method behind the madness. So that way, the bolt come in here like this. Focus. And then I can slide this over wherever, then I can slide this over wherever the engine needs to be. And then on the back side, I can put this little guy. I made this a long time ago because I was like Plan Z or whatever. And then put that right there like that. Anyway, like I was saying, so I plan on doing it that way. And then whenever I get the engine in place, I can just kind of move this bolt, you know, wherever it needs to be. I can tack that on the back side, and then that should hold my hole where I need it to be. I know it looks a little funky, but I think it's going to work just fine. I really just need to get the engine in where it needs to be. And then I plan on doing the exact same thing to the other side like I did on this side. So that is the plan. We're sticking to it. We're moving right along. I'm going to get this, I'm going to get the vacuum cleaner out. I'm going to vacuum up all that nasty ass dust. I'm glad I did that plastic because that shit is literally effing everywhere. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but yeah, there's chips all over the place. It's actually burning holes in the plastic too. So I'm glad I did that because all that would have ended up in those wire connectors and shit. And I can only imagine what kind of chaos that would have caused. So, but anyway, I'm going to take this plastic back off. I know I haven't finished the other side yet, but we got to get this engine back in there and just kind of get it all lined out. And then we'll have to re-plastic and we'll have to do the other side. Blah, blah, blah. Okay guys, well it's been a few hours and I'm all cleaned up. I'm done for the night. I'm calling it quits. But we're moving right along. I got quite a bit done. As you can see here, I got the engine back in. And I don't know if you can see my marks here, but we are pretty well centered where I need to be on this little tool I made here. And the other mount came out pretty good. And actually, the distance that I made that was absolutely perfect. So, yeah, I can't get any closer than that. You know, I'm not building a rocket ship here, but I definitely want to get this motor centered as good as I possibly can. So, with that said, tomorrow when I get up, we're going to start working on. I'm going to make a little jig, kind of hold the drive shaft up because anytime you tweak the front, it always tweaks the back for some stupid reason. So we're going to do that because I'm only one person here. So we're going to make that tool. We're going to get it up in there and then we'll get that positioned just ever so perfectly. Well, as good as we can anyway. And then we'll start tacking things up, you know, and get this show on the road. Because I'm ready. I'm excited. Like I said before, you know, I don't plan on buying an engine until probably after the new year, until after Christmas. Hopefully someone's broke and you know, spend all the money on Christmas. I don't know. Maybe I'll find a good deal. So who knows? Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up tonight, and I'll bring you guys back tomorrow. So until then, we'll see ya.